let me share with you at least 25 similarities between Mormonism and Islam here tonight. Number one, Islam was founded by the man Muhammad around 500 AD, while Mormonism was founded by the man Joseph Smith in 1830. Both Mormonism and Islam use terminology that sound and seem Christian, but when defined and broken down, prove to be quite different, even contrary to gospel truth. Since almost all of the terms used in Islam and most of the terms used in Mormonism originate from the Bible, understanding the differences between them, especially the role of Muslim and Mormon apologists, when those apologists try to make them seem like the same thing, can be troubling. Number three, when many people today believe that Islam means peace, this thing that has been promoted, Islam means peace, this is neither accurate nor is it Quranic. Islam actually means submission, which in the end means submission to an assortment of laws and rules and cultural demands, same as Mormonism. For to be either Muslim or Mormon, acceptance and submission to the ways established by their founders is mandatory. Number four, Mormon scholars agree that Islam is an all-encompassing system. It is socio-political, socio-religious, socio-economic, socio-educational, it's legislative, it has a judiciary, and it's even militaristic in its influences. With the exception of an active military force, Mormonism is no different. And though somewhat invisible today, Mormonism at its roots was and continues to be extremely militaristic. Continuing with this all-encompassing theme, Islamic scholar Solomon writes, quote, "Freedom of choice does not exist in Islam. Neither is religion a private or personal matter. All decisions have already been made by Allah or his prophet Muhammad. So Muslims have no choice but to follow these divine regulations. Whoever strays has indeed strayed in error," end quote. Similarly, in Mormonism, all decisions have been made by God through his LDS prophets and the brethren, so faithful LDS really have no option but to toe the line they lay forth or be cast out. In the LDS Church magazine, The Improvement Era in 1945, it reads, "Any Latter-day Saint who denounces or opposes, whether actively or otherwise, any plan or doctrine advocated by the prophets, seers, and revelators of the church is cultivating the spirit of apostasy. Lucifer wins a great victory when he can get members of the church to speak against their leaders and to do their own thinking. When our leaders speak, the thinking has been done. When they propose a plan, it is God's plan. When they point the way, there is no other way which is safe. When they give direction, it should mark the end of the controversy." Years later, in 1979, a member of the first presidency in Eldon Tanner verified that when the prophet speaks, the debate is over, and that and repeated it twice and this is found in the Ensign, March 1979, pages 2 and 3, that when the prophet speaks, the debate is over. Now, listen to the way Solomon describes the founder of Islam. Quote, "Muhammad himself claimed authority from the top to bottom in the budding Islamic entity, including a prophetic office, being a supreme legislator, a judge, commander-in-chief of the armies, and head of the Muslim community. He established a state, sent armies, conquered his enemies, and collected taxes. Muhammad was a multifaceted religious leader." Now listen to the way award-winning historian D. Michael Quinn described Joseph Smith. "Few Mormons today can grasp the polarized charisma of their founding prophet. Some may feel uncomfortable when confronted with the scope of Joseph Smith's activities as a youthful mystic, treasure seeker, visionary, a loving husband who deceived his wife regarding about 40 of his polygamous marriages. A man for whom friendship and loyalty meant everything, but who provoked disaffection by testing the loyalty of his devoted associates. An anti-Mason who became a master Mason. Church president who physically assaulted both Mormons and non-Mormons for insulting him. A devoted father who loved to care for his own children and those of others. Temperance leader and social drinker. Bible revisionist and esoteric philosopher. City planner, pacifist, commander-in-chief, student of Hebrew and Egyptology, bank president, jail escapee, healer, land speculator, mayor, judge, and fugitive from justice. So we have a similarity of the widespread way that both of these religious founders tried to get into the lives of the people. Number 5. Islam is founded primarily on 2 books of writing. The first book is the Quran, which Muslims believe is the most correct book on earth. I've read this with my own eyes from a Quran I own. It states it at the entrance. The second set of writings that the Muslims follow is the Sunnah, which is Arabic, which means to form or shape or mold or set a path. And it points to the actual life and revelations and teachings of the Prophet Muhammad. Mormonism is primarily founded on 4 books of Scripture, with 2 of them, the Book of Mormon and Doctrine and Covenants, being more emphasized than the others. Latter-day Saints believe the Book of Mormon is the most correct book on the face of the earth, while their Doctrine and Covenants is used to form, shape, mold, and set a path for the church. And it literally points to the life, revelations, and teachings of Joseph Smith as a man. Number 6, Islam claims that the Quran is the final revelation of Allah to mankind through the Prophet Muhammad. Mormonism claims the Book of Mormon to contain the fullness of the gospel, and though they do not call it the final revelation of God to mankind, no other LDS prophet has produced any other thing like it, so it may as well be. What the LDS call modern revelation from a living prophet is almost a non-event, as very few things have been added to what the founder Joseph Smith already said. Number 7, the Quran and Sunnah was given to Muhammad piecemeal over a period of many years and by direct revelation. The Book of Mormon and Doctrine and Covenants were given to Joseph Smith piecemeal over a period of many years and by direct revelation. Number 8, Latter-day Saints believe that the original source of the Book of Mormon is from golden plates which were taken to heaven once the book was done. Muslims believe that the original version of the Quran has been preserved on what they call, quote, the eternal tablet, which was brought down to this atmospheric realm temporarily to inspire Muhammad's mind. Number 9, the angel Gabriel directed Muhammad to write what he wrote and assisted him in the process. Joseph Smith said the angel Moroni told him to translate the Book of Mormon and assisted him in the process. Now, most of this translation that Joseph Smith of the golden plates was by direct revelation. He got to the point where he didn't even look through the rock to pretend anymore. He just let this revelation come to him, similarly as Muhammad did when in the cave. Number 10, unlike the Bible, the Quran has absolutely no historical evidences or documents that can support its historical authenticity or literary reliability. So too, the Book of Mormon, though full of fantastic material claims, has not one provable material support to authenticate its historical authenticity or literary reliability. Number 11, Muslims claim that the Quran supports and perfects the Bible by clarifying it. The LDS call the Book of Mormon another witness or another testament of Jesus Christ and believe that it too clarifies and completes the Bible. Number 12, both the Book of Mormon and the Quran, while claiming to support the Bible, actually contradict it, thereby placing their believers in a position to have to choose between one book or the other. The result, Muslims choose the Quran, Latter-day Saints choose the Book of Mormon. And this is the primary aim of all counterfeit faiths. Reduce, eliminate, or mock the Bible, and therefore you can control people with the subsequent writing.